A quick one here just to practice and make sure I say the right thing. The reason why I abandoned shampoos and conditioners was because there was a whole lot of itchiness going on in my scalp. It was itchy. I was losing hair because I would scratch my scalp and then I would pull the corresponding hairs out. And conditioner became more and more useless, and I had to use more and more conditioner. And I thought, wait a minute, this isn't really doing enough. And at that time, there was hard water where I was living, and I ended up getting a water filter, which did sort of help. But I even did rinses my hair with water. I tried shampoo bars, and basically it did not really help. And when I would apply oil to my hair, it would be just like putting like a dime size amount of oil on my hair, and then there would be another layer of frizz popping up, and then I would put another dime size amount of oil in my hair and more frizz would pop up, and on and on and on. And it was just, in the end, it was just a super hardcore disappointment feeling, and I ended up having to just tie my hair back and just letting it be there for a couple of days until my hair just sort of like flattened out. And I sort of noticed that there were some hairs of mine that were cooperating. They would get coated with oil and they would lay down flat, but there was just a whole heck of a load of hair that were damaged. And it's taken me a long road of discovery and trying different things to get my hair, but most importantly, my scalp in a better condition. So, shampoo and conditioner have been out of my life for a few years now already. I just gave up. I even tried diluting shampoo with water. And what I did find, even though it wasn't super itchy at that time, it made my hair look greasier. And so I even knew from past people who I spoke to, they would try a different shampoo and you'd have to have a range of two or three. And I did that as well. And I bought shampoos and I'd end up giving it to someone else or just get a new brand and try it and then just like abandon all of that. So then I switched to shampoo bars. Well, so I felt like my hair was getting better. I didn't ever have to use conditioners ever again. I tried like some flaxseed gel and I tried aloe vera gel, and I really just gave up on flaxseed gel because I had aloe vera gel and my natural oils, the argan oil, the coconut oil, the pumpkin seed oil, the palm oil mix that I got from Timu that says it's botana oil. Botana oil. Yeah, that's one. So, in any case, doing that was a good routine. It was straightforward. It was basic. It would make my hair feel like it took a long time to dry, which is okay because then I would scrunch it. It would be wavy, and then I'd just braid it at night, and then the next day it would look sort of shiny, greasy, but it would for the most part be roughly cleanish. But then again, I started to notice I had a lot of inflammation, and that old painful itchy bump spots came up again. So then we do some research online to scalp issues, and I just happened to have bought a sandalwood essential oil online, and I've been using it and I thought it was great and it smelled nice. Well, it turns out that's a really good help for your scalp. And then of course I always use tea tree oil, and I've had tea tree oil that I've used for a long time, and they say you're supposed to dilute it. No, I get these crazy bumps and spots all over me, and I just put it on straight. I just need the straight tea tree oil, and sometimes I have tea tree oil creams and whatnot. Yeah, so then once I was in Walmart and I saw frankincense oil, and I was like, what the heck is frankincense oil? And it turns out that's even better. It actually feels nice on my scalp, and it feels like it's really getting in there and doing some antiseptic things and doing some cleaning and healing. So all three of them together make the best thing I can do for my scalp. But what could I do to wash my hair? Wow, that's the next thing. So there were times when I tried to use African black soap. There were times when I tried to mix African black soap with water and with some rice water, or mix it with green tea, or I had mixed it with the green powder that I bought from Amazon called Arapu powder. Now, that one, when you watch videos of people using it, they always make it a fine paste, and they make it a paste and it goes on and it's all green and it looks nice. Well, that never worked for me. I found that that one does not dissolve in water. So unless I would dissolve it in a huge jar of water and then shake it up and like squash the sides with a spoon to try to get the powder to mix in, and hot water preferably. So that one, I used that on its own a couple of times, and it wasn't bad, it wasn't great, and it was also, the cleanliness wouldn't last that particularly long, but it was good. So then I went from there on to what I've known for a while, but I hadn't tried. Even though in Hong Kong I did try soap nuts, just soap nuts with water. It looked great for one day, and then after that it just looked greasy. So I just feel like there was something, but it was not successful. So let me see if I can say this right. Amla, Retha, and Shikakai. The combo of the three main things that in Ayurvedic medicine or Ayurvedic healthcare they recommend using. Okay, so I'm going to stop you here because now it's time for me to move on to progress of getting ready for work and defrosting my car window, and then we'll get on to the rest of the stuff later on. Okay, thanks for watching if you do, and have a great day.